my name is Erin and I work here at the Greenery. Today we'd like to talk about terrariums and how easy it can actually be to build one. First we're going to start off with our containers. Over here we have lidded or closed containers. These are great for foliage plants. So you can even use a mason jar at home, or if you really want to get creative, you can use a smallmouth jar, or even the tiniest little thing that you might have at home can be used as a terrarium as well. Over here we have some open containers. These are better suited for succulents. They like that airflow, so it's not really wise to put them in a container that has a lid. So open containers are ideal, and again, here's one terrarium that's specially built as a terrarium. You can use a vase, or you can use a candle jar. If you have that beautiful candle jar at home or the beautiful vase that you just don't know where to put it, well, use it as a terrarium. Okay, so we're going to start talking about the layers. Here in this container we have the rock layer. The rock layer is an essential part of the terrarium. It helps keep the moisture away from the roots of the plant. It's also a beautiful addition to the terrarium. You want to see your layers. So you want to pick something that is colorful, bright, whatever your little heart desires. But it's an essential part. So here it helps keep the water away from your plants. And then we have next up, you can see this little guy right here, we have the charcoal. The charcoal helps keep all the bad things away from your plants. Those nasty smelly odors that you don't want to smell every time you open it up. Bacteria, you want to minimize the buildup of any bad bacteria. The next thing that I personally like to use is moss. Moss helps keep the layers separated, because once you put that soil in, the soil can easily leach right into the rocks. So this helps keep the layers of your terrarium separated. And you can build up the moss as much as you'd like, or you can keep it to a minimum and you don't want to see it. You could do that as well. So here you can see a little tiny bit of moss. And you can see that it helps keep the soil here, and you can see the charcoal too, nice and clear, separated. There's no leaching of the soil into the bigger rock portion. The next layer is your soil. Now the soil is where your plants are going to be living. So this is the soil or the layer that you're going to want to have a little bit thicker than the rest of your layers, because the roots are going to grow. They're going to grab onto everything and they want to become stable, just like in the ground or in a pot. So you want to be able to make sure that the living quarters are roomy enough for them. The next layer is your plants. So depending on the terrarium that you choose, you can have your foliage plants. You could choose as much color as you like, or you could choose as little color as you like. Just texture is good too. Over here, if you want some cactus in there or just regular succulents, whatever you choose in an open terrarium, you have a wide selection to choose from. And you can put them together and you have a little bit more plant selection in a little terrarium than you would in a bigger pot. So it works pretty well for smaller spaces. The last layer is your decorative layer. So you can choose whatever color rocks you like. You can go super fancy. You can, again, keep it quiet if you like. You could add shells. You could add sea glass. You can bring back your little secret fairy garden that you've been hiding all this time. Whatever you like. Be creative. You're showing your personality in this. Now you have your terrarium put together. Your plants are in there. They're all nice and happy. It's the beautiful plant selection that you chose. Now you have to maintain it. You're going to have some buildup of water in a closed terrarium. That's easy to manage. You can always pop the lid. If you don't have enough water in there, you could always add water. You don't want to add too much, so you do want to be careful and add that in moderation, because it's really hard to take it away once you add too much. Then they grow. So now that you're a plant parent, you have children, and the children grow. So you're going to have to be able to manage the height and the width of them. And as you do that, you'd have to have special tools to do that as well. So various types of things can be used. If you can get your hand in there to remove it with a basic pair of scissors, that's fantastic. If not, you might need to buy a special pair of scissors. And they even have longer pairs of scissors to fit into the daring bottles that you tried to use. Other than that, just have fun.